Hello, how's everyone doing? Also, I just realized I don't even have my stream open. Probably be a little hard to tell if anybody says hi or has been saying hi. If you've been saying hi, I am very, very sorry that I've not actually been looking at anything previous to this exact moment. Okay, there you go. So, last time, the shiz, it brokes. And we just kind of tanked the way through, and yeah, it kind of got to an ending, but it wasn't really the ending we wanted, or it just really left off, and I just felt a little like I had been thieved. Also, I think she wants to talk. So great many secrets between us, countless questions. Oh gosh. Oh, we already did this. That's why I specifically remember saving that one. Yes. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, this one. Yes. It's very bright. Yeah, this room is very bright. Actually, maybe I should do a really super quick recap on this whole quest line so that y'all can be watching from this point on. So, very first time I ever slept, some old dude wakes me up in the middle of the night, says, "I'm here to assassinate you." He says, "You should have known it was coming." He starts trying to beat you up. You beat the crap out of him, pretty much. He yelled. He said, "I'm sorry. That wasn't really it. I just needed to really test to see if you're as good as you say you were. Because I myself used to be a great legend in my time. And I did amazing things and saved the world. And now no one remembers me. And so I'm sorry I came and attacked you. So if you want to kill me, that's all right. And then, you can choose to or not to." And then I chose not to, and he's like, "Oh, okay, go, thank you so much. A great hero really can, figure out who he is by his ancestors," or something like that weird. And then he says, to learn about him, he's only remembered now as being named after some guy in a children's fairy tale, Edward Pellew. So you have to do this quest to find a book about Edward Pellew. And it's not hand-told. You have to literally go find it, talk to different book vendors, find it, read that particular book, do it. And then it's like, I don't know. Eventually it leads to him coming back. Actually, no, it leads you to try to look up your history at the registrar. The registrar doesn't really find anything. He's like, "Look for an heirloom or something." You don't have an heirloom. And so when you sleep, Edward Pellew comes back to you at night. And he does something very weird and kind of creepy. He's like, "I know you don't have anything, but a lot of time people have scars of birthmarks." So he spends like a long time like combing over every inch of your naked body until he finds like these runes like kind of carved into the arch of your foot, I guess, or something that says Ethorn on it, and that's her. And so then you go to the registrar. The registrar sends you to her, and she looks at you and is like, "Oh my gosh, could it be you?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Oh no, it's not you, because I look just like an old friend she used to have." You kind of put the pieces together, though, that she has been constantly changing identities because she's kind of immortal. She never ages. And you also get kind of this impression told that she's not from this plane of existence exactly. I don't know how much I'm spoiling for the future, but she's not from this plane of existence, and she's here in this mortally fleshy, gooby humanoid body or whatever, and she's just having to live with it. But there's another one who's a friend who looks apparently just like me. But he's also very smart, like maybe had a different personality. He was a lot more cocky, egotistical, thought he's pretty much invincible. He's always had this plan for the world and this and that, the stuff he wanted to do. And I don't remember how much I do after this or before this, but pretty much we start looking into things. I have these flashbacks of past things, like I saw him die in her old house that got burnt down by a hunter and another guy who we end up finding out who they are and all that kind of stuff. But what the heck brings me to here? Oh, then something, I can't remember why, but we end up going to here. And here because I also find in the burnt house a tablet kind of thing, an ancient tablet that has runes on it. and a weird like code that got us to here by talking to some archaeologists who said, oh, they found the same thing here, and we've gone here, and there's this altar, and we're about to go onto this altar to kind of figure my past. And she's like, okay, go onto the altar. And that is literally what we're doing now that I just stood there for an hour explaining it. Wait, her name was on your foot, like Toy Story. Yes. Oh. You so slipping into this is not what where I'm supposed to be at. Not where I'm supposed to be at freaking all. Where the heck am I? Actually, where am I not? I guess is the really appropriate question. Here. Oh, okay. This is where I'm supposed to be at. That was the orphanage scene of something. Huh. But either way, basically, now I'm supposed to be here. And what I kind of pieced together before, oh gosh. Ugh. What I pieced together before is that I am actually her friend's reincarnation. Ma'am, are you okay? I'm like her friend's reincarnation in this body that looks almost just like his body. Well then, this is it, the end of your journey. You and I have been through much, and now it is time to end it all. Now that you have had time to reflect upon our journey, I'm sure that you have noticed the many inconsistencies in my involvement. Yes, I pointed these out before. How did I know that you had to find your way to this room? How did I know the exact orphanage from your dreams? Also, I was a kid in that orphanage. Why was I so willing to help you despite knowing so little about you? Why was I willing to trust you? Because she does know me. I will admit, when I first saw you, I truly did mistake you for my long-lost friend. But once I learned that you were not him, I knew precisely who, or rather what, it was that you were. I journeyed with you because I was hoping to learn more about what you had become, to find similarities to that which you came from, or more specifically, find differences to the aforementioned entity. Over time, I have learned that though you harbor many similarities, you are indeed different. You are not the same being. And now the time has come for you to learn the truth and to see what it was that shaped your destiny in this way. Lie down on the altar. I will trigger the machinery, and at last you will understand everything. Lucius' look is unwavering cold, and you shiver uncontrollably in our presence. I suggest you hurry. Now that Mars the Hunter knows that you are on his trail, he will undoubtedly be coming after you. He's a guy I had to go talk to about an enchanted weapon. He and that bastard Blue, assuming the old dog is still alive. They may well be here any time now. Depending on how much information you let slip during the course of your investigation, they may be here sooner than expected. That's actually apparently what's important. Because if I actually let out more information, then my time to go through this next part is a lot shorter if I want to get the good ending, I guess. Suggest that you hurry, so we will literally plow through this part right here. You go to this weird world, it's like, oh, I have this strange feeling like I need to push forward to the end. So we only have like, I don't know, 30 to 50 seconds to get through this whole area and get back out. That includes talking with this dude, because apparently there's a timer that's running. That's not a real time timer. I know you can see it all in the other VOD if you want, but you come up here. Oh shit, you don't do that. You come this way, up here. You find this dude here, creeped the F out of me last night, just scared me. And then we talk to him and you're like, ah. You're like, I am you. And he tells me that he was like my past incarnation. And that he was a Daedric kind of lord. And that he was part of me, or he was me, and then he put himself inside the soul of, well, he put his soul in the body that's my body, so I am kind of his soul, and kicked the other soul, this kid, out. But there was a problem with the ritual when it happened. It ended early, and so I didn't keep any of his memories. But now he's trying to re-overtake my body. Okay. But looks like she's alive. I think she's alive. And this part was broken last time. So we have the commands. Is this towards the beginning of... This is the end of the first major quest series, which then goes into the second major quest series. So they just kind of stand here and we're broken. Also, Alicia, she better be alive. I don't see her. I don't see her. Might have been a little too slow when I was doing that explanation. Oh gosh, where's that save? I'm gonna zip through that again real quick because I don't see her there, and she needs to be there. That's what we messed up last time. Is we took too long, she died, and it's like, oh well, fudge us. Okay, yep, stuck. What the? How the heck did I go through that door? I was right here, right? Yeah. Then she's supposed to walk up to me. There we go. Right, so now we run the shit over here. And we book it. As quick as effing humanly possible. If you really want to see like what happens in this area better, you can see the VOD. Nobody wants to do that. I don't ever do that. But I guess this is kind of like partly my consciousness and maybe another realm of Oblivion kind of thing. Sadly, this like literally is part of the timer. Is talking to him, which is really stupidly done. And then he will chase after you, and if he catches up to you, you just instantly die because he pretty much, his soul destroys you. Which is funny because he is like the inner part of my soul, but he destroys you instead of merging with you, like the other two options might do, which makes you an evil, like a horribly evil character. He actually consumes your part of the soul, and away you go. Come on, there we go. Okay, there she is. She's right there. So she is alive. She was alive. Where the frick did she go? Alright, so the other option I have is, I don't know why that one's not working. I tested this out earlier, so we're going to load this. I want to make sure this damn thing works. So here, you guys come down here. We do enable player controls. Oh, it's probably disable player controls, wouldn't it? Disable player controls, yeah. Alright, and then there's two things I need to do. Okay, first, no, we take this guy, and we have to start. You have to crash, apparently, is what we got to do. Oh, yeah, because I've loaded the game like 18 times, haven't I? I've made such good progress so far. I just wanted to show what you're supposed to do in that spot, I guess. Alright. So something you kind of piece together is that her, Alicia, is actually also like probably a danger kind of lord person like him, and she was helping him do these devious kinds of things to help him. And one of the last things that we see is this orphanage that they sneak into and steal something. Of course, what do you steal from an orphanage? And like the requirements they said is make sure it's this and that. And it's like you kind of go like, okay, yeah, you are stealing a kid. All right, here we go. Now we do, nope, not you. There. Start the conversation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 14 is my ID. Topic is ZZ Legacy Palu Combat 1. All right. And then we do mod disposition 000. Oops. 000000 14 by 50. Oh, disposition. Disposition Apparently, they're also kind of be broken that they won't talk with me because they're constantly trying to attack me. And it's not really. Could you untoggle collision and speed through that? I kind of did that last. Oh, for that part. I mean, I guess I could, but this one works. This save I know works because I saw her before. I'm gonna also double make sure, but now.
Go on.
See, now. Oops, not you. There. You did an efficient job of avoiding me, but I'm afraid it was all for naught. Yeah, we kind of figured out that him and that dude were the one who killed my previous evil self. We were in the process of cutting important limbs off of that coral, and we're working out ways to eliminate her once and for all. It would appear that I've made a similar mistake as I did once before, by parlaying with that creature instead of just killing her. Coral is Alicia. Yet, even though she still lives, she is of no concern at the moment. She still lives, because you and I have some unfinished business to attend to first. Alicia's Quirrell. Quirrell is the name of a Daedric lord, kind of. Way up there. Not quite, prince, but lord, kind of thing. That was her true fiendish name. She's a fiend, I guess, as I discovered from our last confrontation. Surely whoever read the children's books, though they are elaborated at length, there is some truth to them. My abilities stem from my command over names, and during our last encounter, I learned horrors by force. However, unlike the story which claims that I slew Quirrell, in reality she fled before I could cut her down. One of the objectives I made before setting out here was to rectify the mistake so I would no longer be haunted by it. Now I have one last mistake to rectify, which is me. Also, this whole previous story was kind of alluded to in that children's book. How long have you known? How long have I known who you were? Well, I suspected as much when I first met you. That is, of course, why I opted to meet you, in order to experience the similarities to my nemesis in person. I knew the race and gender of the infant that your pre-incarnation stole and spent years tracking down where you had escaped to. A wife and 2 children have died due to my neglect caused by my relentless obsessive-compulsive hunt to find you. And when we first spoke, I knew what you were. I could feel it. I could taste it. I admit that I took an enormous chance by instigating our initial brief confrontation, but I simply had to know for certain. Because the most defining mannerism your pre-incarnation harbored was his fighting skill. You fought just like him. Yet I could tell that you did not know what you were, and it would be far from honorable to confront you without you having that knowledge. Thus I provided the necessary information to set you about your quest to learn yourself, knowing that in time it would all come back to you. And so I succeeded in that regard. You now know precisely what you are, the reincarnation of, and why you deserve to die. Thus, it is time to finish what we started all those years ago. At last, you die by Edward Pelot's hand. But I am not your enemy. Of course you are my enemy. You have always been my enemy, and in all the years that I was hunting you, I knew I would find you. I knew that I would make you suffer for all of your crimes, for all the blood you have spilled. Cleon the Butcher died at the hands of a nobody in the back alley, thus preventing me from ever finding revenge upon his flesh. But I have found a more prominent target, the very demon that drove him to do what he did. Thus I will slay the king rather than a measly pawn. You knew my pre-incarnation well? I knew him in a way you can never imagine. I devoted whole portions of my life to his study, his hunt, and his elimination. I knew everything about him. I knew his mannerisms, his thought patterns, his instincts, and his habits. I knew him better than he knew himself, better than you know yourself. Would he try to avoid combat? Edward Pelot says nothing and seems to be locked in contemplation at your words. Would he ever offer a truce? Though it would appear to be a struggle for Pelot, he nods his agreement at your words. You are right. He would not have offered a truce, even if you were facing undeniable defeat. He was a proud creature, arrogant and overconfident. He would rather die than admit defeat. I will admit that you are not like him, though you share many of his similarities. You have changed. I am nothing like him. Pelot appears to be extremely conflicted, though you cannot help but think that his steadfast resolve is weakening. You are right. You are nothing like him. Never in 1,000 years would he have ever said the words that you just spoke mere moments ago. Oh, dang it! You are not my enemy. I know that now. Though it pains me to say this, I will not fight you, and neither will Mars. I am glad to hear it. Blue appears to be somewhat saddened. His eyes grow misty and vacant, and his shoulders slump mournfully. My quest to hunt you and your predecessor and quarrel has consumed my entire life, though I am half celestial. The current is closing. Who's half celestial? Soon my time will be up, and I will join the countless villains that I have sent into the next realm. Once, a long time ago, I did a single good deed, and that labeled me a hero throughout history, yet I fell from lofty perch long ago. I sunk into the realms of obsession and threw away great boons that I never truly appreciated. Yet at least I have performed another deed as great, if not greater, than my previous great deed. In letting you live, I feel that I have benefited all. Here, take this as means of consolation for the bane it has caused you, and to aid you in your future ventures for the good of Tamriel. She give me a sword now. May my sword, yes, on my gold, serve you well. Edward Pellew has taken a great chance in allowing you to leave and placing a lot of trust in you. I am not entirely sure his move is a smart one. Yet I will countermand his instructions to allow you to leave this place freely, and I admit that I understand his reasoning to some extent. Do not destroy the trust he and I have placed in you. Go into Tamriel and do good deeds. Sell your sword, if necessary, but only to worthy bidders. Here, perhaps, my bow can aid you. Take it and use it to rain fiery death upon all those who seek you. Do will, use it well, and use it justly. Okay. It's like staring at the surface of the sun. He's white within whiteness. It is. It is very... That's the ENB for you. Oop. So, like if I did this... Where's the mouse? Then it's very shiny.
Say it.
It's actually still pretty damn shiny. There's a lot of lights in here. It's not like quite. If you want to see Surface of the Sun, go to see when I went through Rathunis. You will freaking die. Oh, good thing I didn't chop anybody. All right, so now. No, that's not what I'm looking. T for quest. What the heck was I thinking? All right, so now. So that quest line officially kind of ended, and now we pick up Butcher of Armandale. But now we have the backstory that these guys told us. They're both still alive. I have the sword that apparently is going to be needed later from him as a quest item. And she's alive. So we are in a completely different set. Step, go no further. I cannot let this abomination that you have become go on living. Oh yes, you are like him, a great deal like him, yet I know that you are not him. You are different, a perversion of him, and that you have managed to surpass him in so many ways. I cannot allow that. I cannot allow his memory to be spoiled. I cannot allow you to become more than he became. As you cast your eyes over Alicia, you know with the utmost certainty that insanity now drives her. No, I will kill you, I'll cut you down. Leave only a memory in your wake. You've grown fast, so much faster than we both expected. You move fast too, faster than he ever did. Alicia, don't do this. Don't do this, Alicia. You don't understand. I have to do this for the good of all, and for my sanity, you must die. Oh, it pains me more than you can possibly manage, but this is something that has to come to pass. Defend yourself. Really? Did I do the wrong option there? Sorry if I'm checking these to kind of freaking. I want to make sure I do it freaking right this time, you know? You'll find her hiding in the shadows. Get close to her. She will attempt a conversation. She will advise you that she wants to kill you because you're an abomination. If you choose the wrong dialogue option, she will do exactly that. The correct path to the conversation is the one that perfectly imitates what your pre-incarnation said to her during the fourth flashback. I can move quick and with incentive. Oh, I need to do that one. At least around 40 people. Yes. Do you remember that, Trek? Do you remember that? Because if you do, I love you. All right, so this is the save that happened after that other big long quest thing. Whee! I know that you probably have 100 questions you wish to ask me, but I'm afraid that I'm not ready to answer them. In time, perhaps, but for now, I think it's best if we put aside the darkness that is clouding my fast and focus on what we have left. As I reflect on all that has happened, I cannot help but feel this as the curtain closes on my play that was my life. I have countless chapters left unopened, yet I think that perhaps only tragedies remain locked inside. Aww. Thus, I think that perhaps I should visit the graves of my family, pay the respects that I never did in life. Should we meet again, I would tell you what you wish to know. For now, though, I bade that you take care. See, all those are options that will come up later, in theory. That was the light of the sun right then before. All right, yeah. So I'm supposed to say what my other life said. I move fast to kind of convince her maybe that I'm kind of enough like him, that I'm not an abomination. Alicia's eyes grow wide and her lower lip trembles. Tears stream from her eyes in a seemingly relentless flow. So many memories, so many haunting thoughts that were once dear to me. And are now nothing short of a nightmare personified every time I see you. I know now that you harbor so many of his memories, and yet you bring them to life through your own distinct persona. You are the epitome of everything I once loved and could love, but can never love. You are an abomination, a spawn from my fire-scorched home, where ugliness is abundant and dreams die. The future is whatever you make of it. I don't think it really told me what to do from here on. And so on. If you decide to kill her, beware of the fact that you'll never see the final Tears of the Fiend section of the mod and questline. Yeah, so we definitely need to not kill her or get to the... Do you enjoy replaying the NPC? Do you enjoy role-playing the NPCs and stuff? A little bit. I don't go like full role-playing, but I like voicing it. I like listening to it. I like being involved and not just trying to skim through the text and just try to get through it as quick as possible. I try to speed it up a little bit for all you're watching, though. The future is whatever you make of it. So much has come to pass. So much that should never have come to pass. You should not be here. Do you understand that? You should not occupy the body you now possess. Well, you put me in here. It belongs to someone else. Another soul that was forcibly cast out into the void. Oh, that's right. And you were inserted in its place. You stole its very existence like a thief living with a treasured heirloom. Yet I am as guilty as you are. I'm the one who picked the lock and held the door open, inviting you to enter, inviting you to wreak havoc. You must die. There's no denying that. Yet once you are dead, I shall end my own existence. I shall exact punishment upon myself for my crimes. Well, that wasn't the right option. I like sometimes I'll give some people some nice voices, like, when I talk for myself, I have myself a little Khajiit accent. It's probably very racist, but I rather enjoy it. Stop, go, no, oh, yeah, no. Move fast and it's good. So what would old me say? Think of all that we've been through. So much has come to pass. So much that we should never come to pass. You should not be here to understand that. Alright, so that wasn't the right option either. Really? It wasn't so ugly? That seems kind of too... reminiscent. You know? I move fast and with good incentive. About not everything there is ugly. At your words, Alicia finally relinquished the iron-fast grip she has upon herself, held upon herself this entire time, and bursts into anger-stricken tears. She throws herself upon you, sobbing relentlessly into your shoulder, and begging your forgiveness for all that she has done. Everything that I ever did, all the atrocities that I committed, all of them were for you, for your pre-incarnation. I gave up everything for him, and yet when I faced Maris and Palu in the throne room here, whilst trying to bring him back to life, I realized that all that I had sacrificed had been for naught. I realized I had valued my own survival more than I valued us being together. It was on that day that I gave up all hope of ever being happy again, of ever finding true companionship again. But then you came along, and everything changed. Comforter. The future has always seemed so dark and foreboding. Somehow, despite all my prophecies to the contrary, I never expected to be happy again. Yet, with you, I feel the same. This feels such a thing as possible. Perhaps there is a glimmer of light amidst all the darkness, guiding my way, our way. I have so much to say, so much that I want to say, yet I cannot seem to find the words. Hi, Steam. I think that perhaps you know precisely what drove me to do what I did, to lie to you, to deceive you in such a way. Tell me, can you ever forgive me? There is nothing to forgive. I scarcely know what to say. To have you forgive me after I betrayed you in such a way, such a concept is unfamiliar to me. But I need something else from you, something more, something so valuable that I am almost afraid to ask questions for fear of the answer. Yet I must ask or go insane at the wondering. Tell me, can you ever love me? Well, I need her to, not try to kill me, so... Yes, I think I could love you. Alicia's eyes grow wide and she shakes her head, apparently speechless. A broad smile quickly envelops her face, and it is a smile that instantly warms your heart. I guess that deep down I never expected that it would be your answer. I didn't want to accept it. Time changes all things. Old wounds can be healed, even as long-dead romances can be rekindled. And time is something that both you and I have, because I have a small secret to confide in you. Edward Palu was blessed with longevity because of his celestial heritage, and likewise, I share the same feat from my fiendish ancestry. And you, a hybrid of mortal and fiend, will be granted a similar blessing and will doubtless live far longer than any mortal would. She forces a small smile, and you know that the tears streaming from her face are now tears of happiness. Well, unless of course you pick a fight that you cannot win and someone slides a blade through your ribs. But failing that, I imagine that you will live an extremely long and rich life. And because you are not cursed by your heritage, you will live it however you wish. I'm honored to have been given the opportunity to spend my life with you and to share in your experiences together. Okay, Together, I imagine that we'll accomplish quite a bit, or perhaps we will accomplish nothing and merely while away the years. The Asthorn State is yours now. Retire to it when you wish, or sell it if you should. So please, but please, please take me with you wherever it is that you go. Okay, so nice. Now we get the actual place. We get her as like a companion. She's actually like, she's finally not like dieable, which is nice. So now we can actually progress with the quests that we were totally butchering last time. The butcher quest. And almost always I will never fast travel, but gosh, don't do that. Okay, this room seems really weirdly dark, but there's whole sections that we would have missed if we hadn't redone this. The biggest one is when you're leaving this cave area. When you're leaving this cave area, there's this locked prison that needs a special key or whatever. And we would never be able to figure out what any of that does. We would never be able to do our redemption properly. We wouldn't be able to, like, cleanse Cleon's soul. All those kinds of things. So we're going to try to... I think most people who are watching probably didn't watch all of what happened before. So if you have seen it, just kind of, I guess, gloss over me once again dictating, reading out loud what everyone's saying, putting a little RP spin on it. See this door? An unknown prison needs a key. Otherwise it would just haunted me forever, because like I could just walk in there and do stuff, but you want to do everything in its proper scripted, mod. Because this has, outside of a few little glitches, which honestly, only a couple of them are glitches on the mod's part. Most of them are conflicting glitches on my part, like that their disposition values didn't start the conversation, so I had to change their disposition and restart the conversation, which took me forever to figure out. Oh, Shadowmere. Hello. Alright. So just in case the fast traveling does something weird when I try to... We are going to... Why is that not my active quest? Here. Huh. It's still not my active quest. Either way, we're going to here. 5.7 hours before fast traveling. Well, shit. Ah, shit. All kinds of shits. Wait, we're just gonna step in here. The death of the Spriggans tears the... Alright, we're gonna wait 6 hours in here. I know I explained things kind of bad, so... Oh, apparently... I have a cutscene. I'm captured in a dream of sorts. There must be for some reason why I'm here.
It is said that one loses many things when one goes to war. A single warrior in question will forfeit his friends and family, the safety and sanctuary of his home, and maybe even his very life. Yet a general, in command of a great many warriors, will soon lose his innocence, and even his sanity, as the guilt of his actions threatens to overcome him. But be that as it may, it is often wondered whether Cleon, the Butcher of Armandale, ever harbored any of those traits to lose.
And now I think we get like a flashback to... Yeah, oh, this is... Okay, so we're seeing him, Cleon the Butcher, right before he's sent to Armandale, and he talks to his wife. There's like speculation in his histories and stuff. It's like, if she had said the right words, could she have... Like, this is where he loses his last shred of morality.
My love, I have to go.
Don't go, Cleon. You know what will happen if you leave with them.
I have no choice. It is my duty and my responsibility. I will lead them this one last time.
Kaleidoscope vision.
After that, it is done.
Yes, you will lead them to victory. I do not doubt that. But I do not believe you will be able to retire after this final siege. The desire for bloodshed curses through your very being like a wildfire. You will never be able to lay down your sword.
I have told you that I will throw in my blade and return to you, and so I shall.
Nope.
After Armandale falls, you and I will be together forevermore.
So you say.
He loses his humanity.
So I hope. But I do not believe it to be true.
Literally butchers the entire city of innocence. Knock, knock, knock. I guess this was her. There it goes.
General, The regiment is formed up and is only awaiting your instructions.
I must go now. Rest assured, my love, I will return to you.
So, before when I was starting this quest, like I could never get the guy to show up because I wasn't getting this cutscene. So last night I dreamt of Cleon. Dreamt of Cleon the Butcher and of his final farewell to his wife. The dream seemed so vivid, so real, and yet it could not be. For the Butcher died almost 200 years ago. Is this a coincidence? Or the fates conspiring against me? Perhaps Kashan, the book dealer, can shed some light on the subject. Yes, perhaps he can. If I wait 6 hours, so I can fast travel there, because we're going to try to take out as much fluff in this as possible. And try to just focus on the actual quest parts that need to be done. Which is not as fun if you're doing it for the first time. Oh, and I can't fast travel here because I'm being shot by fireballs. Alright. What? Ow. What? Where? Down here. Hello? Ah. Alright, there we go. Little bugger. Okay. Now we can head off. Excellent. And then we get the book from him, and he's like, oh shit, dude. Oh, well, you'll find out. But there is a book that we got from the first edition about Cleon the Butcher, which is where we read about that concept of he loses his humanity, his last shred of morality might have been saved there if he'd either stayed or his wife had said the right things to him. But we're missing half of the book. And so the guy in the first edition book in the Imperial District bought from was Renat here at Renat's Books in Coral. So we're going to pop in to talk. We popped in and talked to her before, and that's where the quest kind of ended, because it's like, oh, come back in a few days when Rashawn's here. Rashawn never ever showed up because we never had that scene. Hi, Alicia. We didn't have that scene we just witnessed. So now, after these quests, what do you think you're going to do? Ooh, okay, after I do this entire series of quests... Oh, actually, I might not have it anymore. But... Oh, I got this. A Brotherhood... We did the Brotherhood quest, right? So I'm either going to be doing this Brotherhood Renewed, which is like a little quest line addition that was added for additional Brotherhood stuff after the main, or we're going to do the rest of the Thieves Guild, is what my two big ideas for. But if anybody has like better ideas, things they would rather have me do exactly, I'm up for catering to people. I'm doing those because, one, I want to do them, and, you know, they kind of need to be done, and I want to focus on something, get it done, move on.
Go ahead.
I also do it because I think it's funner than me just dicking around.
I had tell that you have been seeking me. My name is Kashan, and I deal exclusively in rare and specialist books. What can I do for you?
You, sir, did you sell this book to Phintius? Or, did you sell this book to Phintius?
And what book would that be? Oh yes, new I recall. The Butcher of Armandale.
Now I
Yes,
recall.
You are correct. I did indeed sell that book to Phintius. What of it?
There are pages missing.
Yes. It would seem that there are. I sold it to Phintius in that state, under the agreement that he would not pursue the missing pages. I had thought that he would keep it for his collection, but it would seem that he was as eager to be rid of it as I was. I presume that you are seeking the missing pages from the book? But I am afraid that I can tell you nothing of that.
Lies. How does 100 gold sound?
100 gold?
That doesn't seem
very
like a
well
lot,
then.
actually.
I will tell you everything.
Like I pick up armor off random
Now,
bandits worth like
acquired the
1,000,
book
so.
from a renegade who found it in a certain dungeon. There are already pages missing. Yet, the book captivated me. I read it through within hours, and began searching desperately for the missing pages. Yet I found that the book was cursed.
Ooh.
When I slept, the words on the pages sprang to life, and I found myself reliving the experience of Cleon. The blood, the terror, the evil I witnessed. It had frightened me in a way that I have never been frightened before. I became scared of the book. I became desperate to sell it. And so I found Phintius, who purchased it from me without a moment's hesitation. Yet I found that I could not sell him the entire book, for fear of what its words may do to him. Hence, I mutilated it, and tore out several pages.
What'd you do? You were kind of
I
wishy-washy.
have kept
You sold
the
it, but you
pages
didn't.
at all times since then. I am terrified of their words, but I find myself unable to throw them away.
You will give me the missing pages.
If that is what you wish, then it shall be done. But I warn you, you will not like where this story takes you. You will become enraptured by it, and terrified by it. You will come to dread the dreams it invokes, yet you will find yourself unable to look away. It will be your undoing, but better it be your undoing than mine. Here are the pages. You will want to know where to find the bandit that sold me the book, yes?
Yes.
Well, last I heard he was in Bruma, handling some business transactions.
Everything
there.
goes to Bruma, man.
His name is Shan.
I go to
And I
Bruma more
guess
often
you
than
can
Imperial
find
City
him in
for
the
quests.
Now be gone, and do not speak to me again.
Okay. Excellent. So now we can head to Bruma. So we'll just step outside, take the old Cyrodiil travel services to Bruma. Unless it's like last time where she just kind of didn't exist and was being a jerk. It's interesting when you replay what you just did the other night and you're just like, oh, and this time this happened and this time that happened. But you can do all these kind of cool things now. Oop. You can save. You could activate these. You have Immortal and Pestle on the table. You could like do alchemy from the table. Anyways, what can I do for you? I'd like to travel, ma'am. We're going to Bruma. On the way to Bermunia City. And hopefully it doesn't crash. That'd be a little sad if it crashed. Well, I don't know. Do you have a big suggestion you want, King Trex? Because I was originally just pretty much going, I just did the Dark Brotherhood. I want to do the Thieves Guild next. And then I just happened to remember I had the book that I was looking for in my inventory and got sidetracked by this because this quest kind of kept going in this, well, you can't really stop now because this lady's following you around and she's could die. And she's really annoying. So finish this quest. Okay, shoot. So I got sidetracked to doing that, and then I got the Dark Brotherhood quest, so I'm like, oh, I can do, oh, what's up, puppy? Hi, little stray puppy. Hi there. Anyways, so up here in the Gerald View Inn, we're gonna find that dude, and he's gonna tell us stuff. And we're gonna steal some paper off of him. Not really, I was just curious, and I don't know any other quests to do. Alright. Have you played through all of Oblivion? I can't remember.
What can I do for you?
Dentist? No, you're not who I'm looking for.
Be seen. Hello.
Right with the pages of Vitor. If it's the Bruma Tavern. Yeah, this is where I think I'm supposed to be, but maybe he's not here yet because it's too early. Or he's at the other tavern, one of the two. I thought he was in that tavern, but maybe not. We'll go check this tavern and maybe go give old Ungar a big bunk in the head.
Well met.
There's poor Grom.
Well,
Olav,
very good.
you're not Ungar.
Hope to
Ungar
see
was here
you
last
again
time, so I
soon.
think it has to be more evening time to find what's his face. Oh, or you could do this. Might need to do this first.
Whatever else one can say about Cleon, his prowess as a tactician and a leader of men was unparalleled, and even the might of the city of Armandale soon fell to the hordes of soldiers beneath his command. Clouds of arrows fell from the sky, and the once pristine cobblestone streets ran thick with the blood of the innocent. The final battle that would forever claim Cleon's soul had begun, and with it, so too had the untold suffering that was to follow.
Oh, this one I was so worried it was going to be bugged because some of the NPCs were essential and weren't working properly.
The screams are getting closer. They'll be here soon. Soon we too shall be dead like the rest of the populace of Armandale, cut apart by madmen hell-bent on a massacre.
There's a little battle. There's Cleon.
Why are you doing this? The city has fallen. You have won. Why do you need to slaughter everyone?
I have learned from experience the foolishness of leaving one's enemies to live in a brief fit of compassion. And all those who are not on my side are my enemies. Need I say more?
The savages, perhaps, and I can see the need to end my own life. But the women and the children, you fiend, you butcher! What's the matter?
So, annoyingly, that's always really hard to hear. You have this weird part where, like, people just keep jumping up and down and doing weird stuff. But mainly, Cleon ran up to the dais, talked with the king. They had that discussion back and forth. And he's like, why do you have to kill everybody? And pretty much Cleon had to do it because he was told to do it, because that's the only way to kill off his enemies in that city. The Butcher of Armandale. Once again, I dreamt of Cleon the Butcher. This visitation seemingly more vivid and more disturbing than the last. I witnessed the fall of the city of Armandale, where Cleon slaughtered the townspeople and the lord in charge of the city. I can only begin to imagine what the final missing pages of his tale contain. So those were the... Oh gosh. I didn't actually wait like I wanted to. But those... I got that dream from the pages that I was given by... What's his name? Oh. Lord Dog Assassin. Ma'am? Oh. Shit, ma'am? I want my scrub muncher back. Did you kill... She killed Grom. You freaking killed Grom. You know how long Grom's been alive? You know how much Grom has, like, lived through? And Alicia just, like, freaking, like, gets one-shotted. Alright, nothing else here important. And I would guess... Oh, hey, Ungar, hi.
Really?
I was looking for you.
Yeah, favorite customer.
Well,
What do you got?
Grom's finally dead. Long live to Grom.
I think I can move this item for you.
Oh, actually,
at that
let's
price.
find the.
Got anything else?
Yes, I have it. Let's find this shit first.
I think I can.
I
move
think
this
I
item
he
for you
thinks
at that
things.
price.
I don't know if you guys do
Got
this, but
anything else?
Grom, Ungar, he thinks you can move those things at that prices. I thought there was other stuff I had to sell. Is there really no other fenced items I need to sell? Well, in that case, I can sell like 40. No, 40. Yeah, 40, sure. 40 arrows. And then another 6. Actually, we could sell another 6. What am I thinking? There we go.
more than I
Thank you, Ungar. Right, so now we can go talk with...
Shadow hide.
Oh, shit. Sorry, Ungar. Sometimes my work calls me home. Holy crap! Could I get up? Yeah, fought a lot of good you were, Ungar. Shit. He just leaves. Anything good on any of these guys? Nope. Nick's Hound Meat? Sure, why not, you know. I've never heard of that. Let's bring it. Laced leather pants? Oh, definitely need me some of that now. Oop. I swear the Moratong Assassins, like, something is making them show up like crazy, because that's not a normal behavior. Hey, good thing I have you. I mean, you're the most helpful piece of shit you've ever seen, aren't you? And there's poor Grom. He's just gonna lay there probably dead forever now. I ain't cleaning his corpse up. Actually, I might walk outside and there might be like another 3 of them. Because the last time I killed Mortongs, there was like literally, I think it was 9. When I was outside, Maris the Hunter, the guy who gave me the bow at the start of this stream. We had to be outside of his house, and we were trying to get him to come out of his house, and instead of him coming out of the house, like 12 Mortong assassins like flooded out. It was very silly. Alright, here we go. You notice a shady looking character making a run towards the door. Oh, this is the guy who's like, sounds like a little kid and he yells at you, "Don't touch me!"
Stop touching me!
So what you end up having to do is you touch him. That's okay, nobody gives a shit. So we just steal his missing pages. I've taken the final set of missing pages from the dead fingers of the bandit Shan. This means that I now hold the completed book, The Butcher of Armadale. I can only wait until the next dream takes me before I can find some clues as to the final resting place of Cleon. Alright, so interestingly, this last dream, you're supposed to watch it really intently because it gives you clues, and there's a lot of clues in it that I didn't notice the first time. Well, actually, there's only really a couple really big clues. I only really saw 1 and a half. Alright. So we're going to need to do a teleportation to Anvil to a place. We're just going to go over here. Oh gosh, well, it pretends not to load. Actually, we're going to sell to like my favorite blacksmith in the entire game, apparently, because I go to Broom all the time, and so therefore I sell this guy all the time. You.
I hope I can help.
Short feed.
Let's do business.
Look at you and your almost amount of money. You just have this,
That's
okay?
more
Thank
than
you.
I'd use.
Get that heavy piece of crap out of my inventory. Thanks. Ma'am, that looked like it must have hurt. Just bashed her face on that like light bulb thing. All right. So
Well,
we're gonna buy a teleportate. Actually, no. Let's do this thing first.
bye.
So we'll save to make sure everything's working just fine and dandy. Then we hit T. We say wait. And I'm supposed to have like, yeah, here we go. Here we go, guys. The final big one.
For most heroes and villains, the passing into the afterlife occurs with a great deal of fanfare. Sometimes cheering, sometimes mourning, but always there are those who will attempt to honor the dead in one form or another. Yet when Cleon the Butcher finally fell at the hands of an unknown assassin, no tears were shed, for no one, save for a select few, ever knew what had happened. The rest of Tamriel simply assumed that the tormented man had vanished into the wilderness, haunted by the spectres of the dead, and forever stained with the blood of the innocent. Yet the truth of what happened to the Butcher of Armadale and to his battered body is far more dire indeed.
Okay, here we go.
It is done. Cleon the Butcher has been properly entombed, and will never be discovered down here.
It seems strange that so great a man should vanish from history in such a
So-
way. Yes, he was a malevolent,
Their armor,
but he was
Anvil
still a great
guards,
man.
Anvil guard armor.
Surely he deserves more than this.
Can you imagine the nightmare Tamriel would face if a necromancer came along and accidentally resurrected him? No, my friend. Cleon will eternally rest in peace here. His slumber in the next life will not be disturbed, and Tamriel will not have to endure his bloodthirsty nature ever again.
Perhaps you were right. Come, let us depart from this place, and when we are certain that the tomb is properly sealed, we will end this once and for all, leaving only the blacksmith to know of the entrance to this place, and even he knows not what it is that he guards.
So, it's under a blacksmith's, and those guys, it's really hard to tell, though they're wearing anvil guard uniforms. First time I did this, I only saw that they looked like they were like official guards, so it made me think like it's under a city with a blacksmith somewhere, so I just started going through city blacksmiths, but for yet another dream I've witnessed the final resting place of Cleon the Butcher of Armandale. However, from the brief message I saw of his burial, there were very few hints conveyed as to where that resting place is. I need to think long and hard on what I have seen and what clues were given by the conspirators if I wish to find Cleon's grave. It's okay, I know exactly. Oh gosh, get rid of Junko Vision. Okay.
Well met.
Thank you. I'd like teleportation. Yes, I'd like to use the teleporter. Thank you. Actually, I felt like I was quite good at this because, like, I didn't think it was in Coral because I was already in Coral. Then I just started going on the list of things, and so we went to Skingrad. It wasn't in Skingrad. Then we went to Anvil, and I was like, dude, Anvil has the name Anvil in its name. Anvil's like smithing. I was like, that sounds really cool. And then I remembered that there's a smithy in the... How do I get out of here? There's a smithy at the castle. I remember because like I ran through it when I was trying to escape people going through the tower by the docks. I was like, huh. And then as soon as I got there, it's just like it's super duper obvious. But so now we just run this way. We're going to go into the castle, and we're gonna like really start the. I think it's like called the Redemption series because it's part doing a redemption for Cleon, part trying to do a redemption for my soul, since my soul is kind of like a reincarnation, rebuilt soul of the Daedric Fiend, who I kept like a lot of the intelligent power, some of the personality kind of things. Like I was really smart and quick-witted and all that kind of stuff apparently, but I don't have his memories. I don't have his evil base and all that kind of stuff. That was interrupted in the ritual that put his soul into the body I currently have that used to belong to some kid. But that kid's soul is now displaced in pretty much some purgatory hell.
Hero of Kavaч. Excuse me.
Yeah. You're an Anvil now, Erroneous Lex. F you. Anyways, we go in here, and then like it's like two doors to. There we go. Here it is. All right, and then somewhere in here, this is like some back corner. There's like wine barrels. Ah, here it is. So here's the door to. So, you're hoping to find some way to resurrect the Butcher of Armandale, I presume? You would not go to such lengths if that were not your intentions, yet I wonder just how much thought you have put into this. Do you truly know what it is that you wish to have spoken? Do you know? You recall that he lived and died during the early days of my time in Tamriel. You might also recall that two of us had a hand at shaping him into the monster that we all know and love. I'm not sure that resurrecting Cleon the Butcher is a good way to redeem yourself for your pre-incarnation's crimes, and I sincerely doubt that he will be pleased to see you, should he ever learn who you really are. Oh gosh, so these are all new options that weren't here before, because I didn't have her here. So, what can you tell me of him? He was a fiend before we made him into a more terrible fiend. There is no denying that you and I corrupted him. Yet we only helped to bring forth the shadows that lurked in his soul. We did not create them. He was tainted by his past and his insignificant origins, cursed by an unerringly unfulfilled desire to aspire to something. So desperate was he to escape his origins that he was willing to sell his soul to to you, or at the very least your pre-incarnation. There are some things that he did during his life that haunt me to this day, such as... I remember one incident in particular involving a nobleman who owned a small estate somewhere east of Ruma. This particular nobleman owned a small yet incredibly well-trained force of mercenaries who were tasked with guarding the estate. When warned by the Lord of Ruma of the threat that Cleon posed to the region, this nobleman scoffed the warning. So certain was he of his guard's superiority and Cleon's ineptness as a general that he outwardly mocked the butcher. He sent a letter challenging Cleon to attack this estate, referring to him as an uneducated farmhand, amongst other things. Naturally, Cleon was infuriated by the letter and promptly sacked and destroyed the estate, capturing the nobleman before he could escape. Alicia pauses as if attempting to collect her thoughts, and her eyes turn to you for guidance. Go on. I remember the butcher binding the nobleman to a pike and forcing him to watch as the nobleman's family, a wife and 2 daughters, were slaughtered. I remember Cleon holding the nobleman's eyelids open as he drank the blood that spewed from the wound on the side of his wife's neck. And I remember Cleon turning over the nobleman to a goblin can from the surrounding area, with strict instructions that the nobleman be used to satiate their perverse pleasures. Ugh. Alicia's eyes grow dark and her face turns stark white. And I remember you laughing at the entire event. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps Cleon the Butcher is a good match for you after all. Or perhaps we will talk about this again later. I don't wish to speak of it anymore. So I'm trying to, I guess, this is why I didn't get like, why was I resurrecting him? But I think it's because I'm trying to get redemption through him as well, you know? Why is Lex an anvil? That is the Thieves Guild quest that I was currently in the middle of when I started doing this. So my quest is literally now go talk to Scriva to say that, hey, I've got Lex reassigned to Anvil because he's been a thorn in the side of the, you know, the Grey Fox for a long time. So now we got him reassigned to Anvil. And there's that really annoying noise that happens every time you walk in here. Or actually, anytime you walk in that center area. The stink of undeath radiating off the skeleton in front of you is nearly overpowering. You aren't too sure whether or not you should touch the potion of undeath resting atop it. There's a skeleton just like floating here for some reason. Oh, ma'am, stop that.
Yes?
So, on him, there is this. And what you don't do is you don't pick up the potion of death yet if you want to read the note. So we have a crumpled journal. For 3 long years I have labored to bring my Lord General Cleon back from the realm of the dead, and for 3 long years I have failed consistently. My story is one of minimal success accompanied by enormous failure, and ultimately a tale that will end with my death, to the stink of undeath that has consumed my body and my soul. It took me 5 years to locate the final resting place of Cleon, and a great deal of bloodshed before I gained access to this chamber. I knew in my heart that my lord was alive, and I devoted myself to the dark task of resurrecting him from his helpless slumber within the void. My first setback came when I realized that resurrecting Cleon's flesh was not enough, and that unless I could recall his soul to his body, he could never be restored to life. I set about finding a solution to this problem, and it came when my alchemical experiments produced a potion that could simulate death itself. My own faithlessness meant that when I die, I will become trapped in the void, and by consuming the potion and undeath, I could walked the void for a brief period of time before the effects wore off and I was returned to life. Yet upon entering the screaming realm of the void, I was confronted by all manner of beasts and never even came close to locating Cleon's soul. Since that day, I have made no less than 13 trips in the void, all of which have ended in failure. Yet I will make no more such journeys, for I learned the hard way that spending time in the void permanently taints one's spirit, and even now my life force is fading into oblivion. I will not survive much longer. My one hope is that someone will... The writing trails off here, missed a smear of blood. So now, the crazy thing that happens, let's just give a little save here. So we open this and take it out to make sure the quest works right. And we touched the bottle, right? We just touched it. And even as you touch the potion, you can feel its oily content seeping through the stopper on its neck. The moment it makes contact with your skin, you cry out as you feel your life essence being stolen from you. As the final threads of your life are severed, you find yourself being consumed by the void of the afterlife. And look, it's me! I've managed to find my way into the void of the faithless, where Cleon's soul is bound for all eternity. If I could find his soul, perhaps I could persuade it to return to the flesh. So it's weird, because that's me, right? But that's the me whose soul was cast into purgatory as an infant, when the fiend, who's me, kind of put himself into this body. Ah, so you are here at last. I was wondering how long would it take for you to arrive here. I love my face. The creature standing before you studies you intently, its face growing disappointed as his studies progress. And yet, it would seem that you are not here. Well, not entirely yet. Your spirit has not become trapped in the abyss of the faithless. Which means you can only be here for one reason, the Butcher of Armandel. Actually, Who are you? I love that grin. Look at that cheeky grin. Who are you? Who am I? I'm surprised that you do not recognize me. After all, we both occupy the same physical shell. Yet, whereas you harbor the corporeal form, I am forever damned to remain in this nightmare. My husk to satisfy the vessel for your essence. My damnation to satisfy your desire to live forevermore. It hardly seems fair to me. Where is this place? This is the abyss of the faithless, a domain that I occupy because I was never given any opportunity to find my fate. Though I'm sure that you don't need me to explain that. Cleon, the Butcher of Armandel, on the other hand, occupies this place because of his hubris, his belief that he was superior to the gods in his mortal life. It is a punishment that he rightly deserves for his numerous crimes. ¿Cómo estás? Look all around you. You will see others, though most choose not to frequent this particular part of the abyss due to how dangerous it is. Me, however, I am here because I was waiting for you. I have been waiting for you for untold years. And now I find you, only to learn that you are not yet here. You are merely a traveler passing through what has become my home. Where is the Butcher? He is deeper in the abyss, probably fighting for his very unlife. He chooses the demon as his companion and shuns all of us. Thus, his fate is his own. None of us will lift a finger to aid that monster, if ever he should need it. If you are seeking him, then you had best hurry. It is not safe to remain in this place for too long a time, especially if you are not yet dead. Alright. Farewell, me. I'd wish you safe travels, yet have no reason to wish such thing upon you. No, rather I hope that your luck runs short, else you and I might never speak again, and have no doubt about it. We have a great deal to speak about. He looks kind of creepy right there, doesn't he? Look how creepy he's like, he's here. Oh. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Time to play N64 while watching a stream again. Yeah. Hey, mate, are you running this in 4K? No, dude, I'm running it in... I have 4K textures, if that helps. Some 2K, some 4K textures, some 1K textures. I'm running in 1080, and even that barely. But streaming in 720. Alright, so... my options are, I can go right or I can go left. The correct option is left, because we've already been this way. Oh. I also have a spell that I can use to... where is it? To call... what's her name? Thought I had one. Don't I have a... maybe I don't have that spell yet. Maybe... I don't know where she's at then. Maybe she's... why is she not here? Huh. I don't see a call her spell here either, which I thought I had a call her spell. Anduin's Aura? I don't know what that even is. No. I guess I don't have that spell, but I grabbed out the pistachios. Oh, I'm like almost out. You lucky son of a biscuit, you. So over here, we're gonna find some skeletons and Cleon doing Cleon fights with a bunch of skeletons with his demon persona side of himself. This is really nice looking. I mean, it's very, very bright. It's like freaking electric bright. Oh. This is the direction I want to go. I like how I could try to soul trap these guys, but, you know, they're skeletons. They don't have souls. I like it. Like that. Did somebody put that little extra bit of thought in there? Ow. He doesn't let me on fire. I think I made that arrow back. I need my block to go up. I want to shield bash so freaking bad. Alright, you. Come here. Alright. How can you see? It's like, it's 10 bright. It's hard to see in this spot right here. When you get out of that spot, though, when you're not in this weird cloud stuff, it's a lot better. So there's Cleon. Why can't... why can't...
It is often said that a warrior is made up of two beings. One, the usually placid creature that lives the majority of the time, and is timid, sociable, and camaraderie. The other, the beast that rages within, and is only ever set free of its cage in the heat of battle. Yet in the void of the faithless,
Oh.
where Cleon, the butcher of Armandale, fought for the survival of his soul, the malevolent demon tried in his church, as the two of them fought back to back against the hordes of undead that advanced upon them.
She's okay. Like she's saying, that was awesome. They just like blew their friend up. Thankfully, he's unkillable because these guys are a heck of a lot stronger than his little tiny ass is. Anyways, oh, a controller that can't turn fully. That's nice. My controller kind of constantly turns slightly. It's wonderful. I have to put the dead zone on a huge number. Right, Cleon? Oh, shit. It's not stab Cleon. Oh, Cleon. You need that to be alive, sir. Oop. Alright, then we have to go and talk with Sir Cleon.
Alas, it is fading as the battle draws to a close. Who are you? What are you doing in this God-forsaken place? This battleground is no place for one such as
I like how he is voicing sometime. You died, Cleon. This is your afterlife.
I died. Ah, yes, how I remember. The assassins fell upon me as I walked down a back alleyway, on my way from the tavern back to the regiment. Remember their blades rising and falling with reckless abandon as they sought to tear me, limb from limb.
Come on.
I remember drawing my blade and attempting to defend myself, but there were too many of them. I was growing weak from the loss of blood. If I am dead, then I presume that they have succeeded. If I am dead, what are you doing here? What is this beast that claims to be me?
Well, it's like the beast is the demon inside of you.
A metaphor for the evil malevolence that has laid claim to my soul since the massacre at Armandale.
Yep. That's it. Continue.
Cleanse the very demon justifies why I feel so. Confident in the beast's presence, the two of us have fought as allies for centuries here. And if I am to return, I will murder the beast once again. Without it, I am but the shadow of my former self.
I've come to restore you to life.
Back to life. I see you harbor powerful necromantic deeds. Perhaps with your help, I can live again.
And then let us leave this place.
Very well. Allow me a brief moment to commune with the beast. Then we shall use the map of yours to make our way back from the afterlife.
Back from afterlife. Alright, go commune.
Come.
He's saying something. Alright, there he goes.
Please tell me. Beast being a part of me once again. I know that it's time for me to return to Oblivion. You don't.
Alright. Don't we just disappear? I was about to say, wait, what do you mean lean on him? Like, we just supposed to pop back out. Alright, there's Alicia.
Yes, at last, I live and breathe again. To think that despite all I have done to damn myself, I have cheated death where so many others have failed.
Yeah, look at his face. Ugh.
Yet I will admit that I could not
You
have done it
maniacal
for anyone.
bastard.
Ultimately, you have saved my soul, and for that, I will be forever in your debt.
You don't say.
I have been trapped in the void of the faithless for a long time. Tell me, how long has it been since I last walked?
Ah.
Armandale?
200, 300 years, give or take. Okay, 200.
200 years. 200 years. I can only imagine how much the lands must have changed since I died.
Not that much, because you get in the random conversations, people all the time talking about the Fighters Guild and the changes of the Mages Guild, Necromancy.
Might serve to benefit both of us in the long run.
In the long run.
You know
Oh.
my history. You know my
Sorry.
unequaled skill with a blade. Our opponent shall fall like wheat before the farmer's scythe.
Pretty much he was just building himself up there.
We shall both be terrible and invincible to behold. What say you?
Of course, we have to accept, because otherwise the quest line kind of stops. And so, yes, we shall work
Who
together.
would accept? How would any rational creature turn aside a warrior of my ability? So be it then.
We should travel together and leave a bloody path in our wake.
Let's get going. The sight of my own grave unnerves me for
Yeah, I'm sure that's pretty normal, sir. Alrighty. I've exceeded in my task to resurrect the long-dead General Cleon, aptly named as the Butcher of Armandale. What is more important is that he has agreed to travel with me for the time being while he becomes accustomed to the changes that Tamriel's experienced since his demise. It is still too early to say for sure, but I expect that this could be the beginning of a wonderful, not to mention profitable, friendship. Oh, yeah, I do the same thing. It's like eating your vegetables first when you're hungry. It's like, I just get these ones done, so I have the good ones. I'm saving the good ones.
Immortality throughout history is within our grasp, and yet you
He says
delay.
that all the damn
What
time.
do you want?
What do I want? I want you to follow me. You. Oh. Saving. You. Oh my gosh, she has her own damn music now. Nothing. So now I have two of these suckers following me around. So... Sir, stop looting the dead thing. Alright, I can't remember exactly what I'd have to do. I think I just gotta go to sleep. And there's that lady screaming again. And it like prompts. Oh, yeah, there we go. As you sleep, you dream. Is it me? Do I see myself again? Look, it is I, Etherel. With the glowing kitty eyes. Even though all is quiet here now, I can still sense what once lurked here for more than 2 centuries. The order is tainted and fetid, more so than the rest of the Abate of the Faithless at least. As Cleon, the Butcher of Armandale, is gone, I can only assume that you have succeeded in your task to resurrect him. He has been given another chance at life, and another opportunity to avoid his fate and escape this place. Yet I cannot help but wonder if he deserves such a gift. Did he truly deserve a chance at redemption? There are others here who will never have such a chance, others who were never even given a chance to avoid his place initially. Cough, cough, him. Does Cleon, the Butcher of Armandale, after all of his crimes, truly deserves a second chance when I was never even given such a chance? The weight of Cleon's actions weighs heavily on your shoulders, doesn't it? Since it was you, after all, you who steered him on his malevolent course. Your guilt is a part of what drove you to give him the option to choose his own path through life. Yet where does your guilt reside concerning me? So quick you are to condemn me to forget that I ever existed, even for only a brief moment. Or is it that you don't want to remember your crime? Yes, you, personally, may have had no control over what your pre-incarnation did, yet that does not entirely take away the responsibility. And so I wonder, do you feel guilt for your pre-incarnation's crimes, and simply suppress it? Or are you like him and feel no guilt at all? How are you talking to me? The duplicate continues speaking, ignoring your words. Oh, and you cannot help but wonder if you even heard them. Despite everything that occurred, your pre-incarnation accomplished great things, malevolent things to be certain, yet great nonetheless. You harbor the same streak of greatness in you, yet you are not him. What you accomplish will ultimately be determined by one thing: whether or not you can accept the guilt of your pre-incarnation's crimes and attempt redemption for them. Yet time is short, the enemy draws near. My fate suddenly seems uncertain. Bum, bum, bum. Where are they?
This is the one. Take him.
This is actually a pretty damn creepy picture right here. So that's the other me part. If we're gonna feel guilty for Cleon, we should feel guilty for him, and now he's in his soul's literally in trouble. So last night I dreamt of my duplicate, the soul who occupied my current body before Alicia forcibly removed it. He confronted me and claimed that I should bear some of the responsibility for my pre-incarnation's crimes, and I should seek redemption. Soon after, he was attacked by several fiends who bore a hereditary resemblance to my pre-incarnation. I get the distinct feeling that my duplicate is in danger, but how to rescue him? Perhaps one of my companions has an idea. Boop. Ugh. Last time I talked with Cleon. Let's talk to you because you're smarter. Yes, you need something of me? Oh, nothing apparently. Let me talk to Cleon then.
Immortality throughout history.
Yeah, he says that all the time. Huh.
Well met.
How are things?
Good. And you?
Guys,
Fine.
you're not being helpful.
Good to hear. Heard any news from the other provinces?
Oh my gosh. You guys shut up.
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Where's the door to this place? Oh. Oh, can I not get out of here? Okay, that's the way you're supposed to get out. You. Could not help but notice that you did not rest fitfully last night. Something was bothering you. And I can see now that you have a question you wish to ask me. Speak it, and maybe I can bring about closer to what bothers you so. How did you get into the abyss? Why would you wish to return there is beyond me. Yet to answer the question, I'd guess that you need only do whatever it is when you found me there. Somehow you entered the abyss of the faithless and returned of your own volition. Replicate that action, and you'll be able to return. So now I have a quest to pretty much make that potion again. And it says, hey, the Arcane Academy, Arcane University, is a good place to start to ask those kind of questions. So, what we do now is, whoop, we zip over to the... This room looks a lot brighter with the torch than normal. It looks quite normal. Be bright. Interesting. Oh. So here's the good old... Oh, there is no... Where's the dang old smithy? What time is it? 11:32 in the evening? That kind of might explain a few things. I was like, hey, maybe I could sell my shit, but no, I can't sell them. Oh gosh, I can't wait until I can get rid of these guys, because they're just... Every time I'm going to walk out of buildings, they're just going to be right there. Like, hi! Yeah, no, out of my face. Here's the tiniest little courtyard load you ever saw. We're like Skingrad. Its outside courtyards are outside. There's like 2 of them. And the Anvil one is like, bleh. Alright. Let's run in, and you guys following me? I seem to have lost them. Like Cleon, I can call, I think. I'm pretty sure I can, like... So, what do you see in Oblivion over Skyrim? What do you see in Skyrim over Oblivion, good sir? There's you. Alright, come on guys, follow me. See this door? Skyrim's so cold. And the quests are a lot more straightforward and flat. The colors are more white and gray and, you know, washed out. And the whole game is not... I mean, it's physically colder, but it's just cold colors. The menus are just like flat, black and white, minimalistic stuff. The music is... It's okay. It doesn't capture me like this. Oh... And it's even, like, Oblivion isn't even like a strong RPG. RPG-wise, Skyrim is barely even an RPG. You get experience and level up, and that is about it. You don't have any RPG mechanics, really. It's so sad. I mean, it's a good game. I just do not feel like it's a great... It just doesn't seem to hold a torch to me to Oblivion. Oblivion just says, oh, the immersion. Like, I'll play Skyrim and I just, okay, I'm done. Where like I play Oblivion, it's just you get lost in immersion in this game. I love it. You just get sucked into the world. It's one of my favoriteest games.
Well met.
And so I'm so loving being able to come back and play it. And play it kind of vanilla style, but like there's a few extra little things like, well, first person camera when I'm looking down at myself, this quest mods, this teleportation pad, you know, all those are little extra added things. One day I just need to make a post about this because it is something I explain quite often. Not to be upset or anything, so. You, I think you're the person I need to talk to. You cannot even begin to fathom the incomprehensible misconduct for wasting my unaccountably valuable time. Hence, do not waste it. Do you recognize this potion? The alchemist cautiously takes the potion of undeath from you, removes the stopper, and gingerly inhales its contents. I need to perform a few distillation tests to be sure. However, I would speculate that this is a necromantic potion. It seems to be mostly comprised of fairly common alchemical ingredients with 1 or 2 rarer components. Could you recreate it? I could, provided that I had the rare ingredients and the right incentive to make it. How does 800 gold incentive? The alchemist's eyes widen in surprise, and it is obvious from her action that she did not expect so extravagant an offer. That amount would be sufficient to guarantee my services for the meantime, at least. At any rate, I'm fairly sure I know what type of potion this is, and I should probably point out that it is a crime to create it within the city. Since you have provided me with sufficient incentive to ignore such laws, I will create it regardless. However, you need to ensure that you do not mention it to anyone here, lest we both end up in the Imperial prison. And there are 2 rare ingredients in this potion, and only one of which I cannot obtain on my own. That ingredient is the decomposing flesh of an undead creature born of an innocent that is more than 200 years old. Very specific. Fortunately, undead creatures of such an age are particularly rare. Gaining the knowledge of the age of an undead creature as well as its origins, enough to determine it was born of an innocent, is rarer still. However, this is the primary component of the potion, and as such, it cannot be brewed without this. If you want your potion, you will need to acquire this ingredient. However, remain here and prepare the other ingredients on the off chance that you manage to acquire that one. Return to me when and if you succeed. Alright, so this one I felt pretty good about. And the quest actually was pretty useful. Without being like hand-holdy. So in order to recreate the potion of undeath, the alchemist has advised me that I need to acquire the decomposing flesh of an undead creature born of an innocent that is at least 200 years old. Though finding such a creature will not be easy, I cannot shake the feeling that I already know where to find such a creature. So the way that this is saying this, it implies... send me to Bruma. So it implies that information has already been given to you where you could find that. So it's either going to be something that's in this mod or just a very common part of the beginning of vanilla. You know? Because this has to be assumed that you would do this at any point of the game. Starting this at any point of the game. So if I already know, what would I already know? What locations, what situations might I already know? What I already know is that Armandale was a city where everybody there was killed, innocents alike. There's a slaughter of innocents. They've said innocents there a lot, and so, right, so we go back to Armandale, right? And we kill one of the undead things in Armandale. That should give us what it is, and they went there and it worked. I was like, I'm a genius. It's been a little rough, but these riddles are like actually challengingly hard without being impossibly hard. Well, not being like cheesy easy. I don't think these guys have been properly following me. Oh, I've been playing for about an hour. Where the freak are they? Can I fast travel there? Yeah, okay. Hopefully they will follow me, you know, like teleport behind me. I don't think I need them for a while, but it's good to not lose track of your followers. Right. Okay, good, they're here. Alright, so we just pop in here super quick. Ugh. Guys, I can't. It's all cons. And we just zip through here until we find the, I think it's like right over this, down here and around this corner. Like right here. There we go. Whoop. A rotten guard of Armandale. So before we just had like skeletal guards, but now we have a rotten guard. Rotten implies that he still has goopy fleshy bits. And you're on fire. Yeah, it implies that it has decomposing goopy bits, which is exactly what we need. I would seem I have the potion requirement bits. So what did he have? Some shit weapon probably. Well, I can't really be bothered to find it, can I? Yeah, I can't really be bothered to find it. Alright, so I got that. Now, we gotta fast travel pretty much to the Imperial City to give her the ingredients for the potion. Whoop. And we will be on our way to the next big section. But we're gonna wait here for like 24 hours so I can fast travel again, because I put it so I can't fast travel too often, so I don't accidentally abuse it. But because I'm redoing this whole thing, I'm going to abuse the fast travel. I've already experienced it in its normal way. I'm just trying to experience it in its proper way. I'm justifying myself. Live with it. I'm doing it. This is how it's going. And if I remember right, we end up... Oh. Maybe good if we actually also fast traveled. If I remember right, which, you know, I should because it was literally like, I don't know, 18 hours ago or something. This actually took her a while to finish. And so I spent my time after this like bouncing to Skriva to do the next quest part of the Thieves Guild, which is pretty much just turning it in to her, and she's saying, "Oh, ain't nothing special left for you, but maybe the Grey Fox has something for you." Wink, wink, hint, hint, foreshadowing that something's gonna happen. Silly quest things. All right, where are you? You, ma'am. Be surprised. You intrude upon... Oh, that again. I did it. The alchemist looks genuinely surprised, yet she quickly regains her composure and offers a mocking round of applause at your accomplishment. Well, you have managed to prove me wrong, a feat not easily performed by your success. In truth, I had not expected to see you again. Let us waste no time. Give me the ingredients, I will start the distillation process. The alchemist takes the ancient decomposing flesh from you, wrenching slightly from the distinct odor of rotting meat that follows. This process will take some time to complete. Return to me after I've had time to create the potion. $20, yeah, that's, I mean, it's not bad. If it's a good game, 20 might be a little high still. But yeah, anytime Bethesda stuff goes on sale, that drops like $5 or less. Like at least $5. Sometimes cheaper. And we're coming up on Black Friday and Christmas, so you probably have a million other November games coming out right now, so.
Take care.
So she needs time to do that, supposedly. What we'll do is we'll talk to you. We'll buy a teleportation. We'll save this sucker. And we're gonna head to freaking stupid Assville here, Breville. And then we don't have to talk to Skriva in Brazil anymore. Hooray! Oh, of course it's probably in the middle of the... We're gonna wait 7 hours to make sure that she's actually awake. Because she gets mad if you break into her house. Alright, and then we're going to go talk to Skriva. I don't think there was anything else in Breville I did when I was here last time. I think I saw a few people, chuckled at them and laughed in their misfortune. Oh, I did get a new list of names from the Night Mother. So might as well do that, get my 400 gold, because I'm going to be going to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. You guys, would you like that? So I'm about to do something very secretive, so if y'all want to like not look.
Greetings, listener.
Shh.
Come close and I will share with you the...
Not you. Look what you done. You broke her voice.
The Dark Brotherhood must seek out an Argonian named Pasha. She has need of our services, and we are only too happy to oblige. Your speaker should look for this person in the Ogre's Tooth Mountains, on the Red Guard Isle of Stros Mackay.
Yep.
Good evening, our dear listener. Deliver this information to your speaker.
The Fighters Guild thing at Desolate Mine went
Morning.
Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Seems upset about something. Stay away
Wait, I just cut you cut you off right there, Night Mother. There's a bit of a crowd. Alright, Skriva. See, I like how Cleon, been dead for 200 years, just starts talking about local gossip as if he knows anything. Alright, Skriva.
Esteem.
Yep. Renee's list was reassigned.
Well done, Hunter. Hieronymus Lex will
Hieronymus.
no longer be a thorn in the paw of the Thieves Guild. The Grey
Haha,
Fox
paw.
shows his
Because we're
gratitude.
cats.
You are being promoted to Shadowfoot, and may now
Hmm.
use Orin of Castle Anvil as your fence.
I could, but he's in damn Anvil. Like, why would I want to go to Anvil again? Actually, I do have to go to Anvil again.
I have no more jobs for a thief of your skill. You have no need
Do
to
that
enjoy it.
Kvatch rebuilt.
However,
But I have to
there
go
are
there on a
rumors
Sunday
that
night,
the
so...
Grey Fox himself may call on you
Oh,
soon.
rumors, you don't say.
Wait for
And by that,
contact
you
from
pretty
him.
much mean it's
The
guaranteed.
guild fence is busy.
Yep, as soon as I reach 1,500... Oh, look, I'm at 2,700. Excellent. Guys, be nice. Skriva shit. Here, we're gonna help her out here. Ah, dang it. 1,500 gold, yay! Oh, shit. There we go. Look, you're all good. I fixed it, ma'am. Fixed it. Alright. Now, maybe if I just go to the Mages Guild place, just kind of wait there for a day, pop on over to old Imperial City again, she might have the potion ready, which would be dandy. So we're just gonna wait for like 22 hours. Just give her like pretty much at least a whole day sort of being away in Anvil. And hopefully she'll be ready. Last time I waited like a long time and she wasn't ready, but I think it's because I did.
For you from the Grey Fox.
You don't say. How did you get? I want to. It is great talk to me directly, but talk to you directly.
The Grey Fox has a task for you. Meet him at Helvia's Cecia's house.
Mr. Swagglehammer. Welcome back, sir.
Good to see you.
Meet him in Bruma.
I've been trying
Excellent.
to get through.
Hello.
So I was in the middle of waiting, and she like freaking cut me off there. Looks like that night elf from Warcraft. She kind of does with that mascara runny corner in her eyes things. And I think you were around last night, and I'm kind of redoing that to do it properly this time because I figured out all of the console commands I need to fix the certain quests at certain points where it all went wrong. So,
how quaint. How do you do?
How goes it?
Which one of you is lady I want to talk to? Kudai.
I've been better.
Kudai.
Oblivion gates opening everywhere. It's only a matter of time before
Kudai.
the way of Kvatch.
Ah, well, I'll just wait here and she should show up. Top tier game for sure. Warcraft 3, yeah, damn. At least Warcraft 3 is a good. Warcraft 2, I think I have better memories of, but just because I was a wee youngster and I did all sorts of stupid things in it. There we go.
Any luck talking with
Nope.
Varen Vermorn
Any luck
yet?
not crying
It should
when
be
you look at
over.
my face? Nope. Well, you work on that and I'll work on it, okay? Yes, I'd like to use the teleporter. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, Associate.
How goes
Ma'am?
it?
Ma'am, you're in there. Thank you. You're in the way,
I've
ma'am.
been better.
Alright, back to the Imperial City. But Warcraft 3, actually, even the cutscenes for that are
Hello,
still
Master
fracking
Wizard.
amazing.
It is not always a
Are you? Return to her work. Yeah, she's still not ready yet. I don't know what it does. I don't know if it's just like it's exactly 3 days or something you have to wait for, but it's a Battle.net edition. Is there a difference between the Battle.net edition and the old edition? Ooh, and some Star Fox 64. I really like Star Fox 64. Freaking kind of difficult. If you always try to get the pass, you always want to
Greetings,
for
wizard.
all the optional possibilities. Alright, ma'am, I'm gonna walk outside. Has online, I believe. Oh, I never played multiplayer. It's always single player for me. Apparently, I'm in the air falling that half a step down. Alright, we're just gonna wait outside for an hour. Then we're gonna step back in and hopefully get our freaking shit together. Right, ma'am? Ma'am. But when I do that, then we have a really big long thing that was pretty much where I ended up last time is she gets me the potion. I stood in the corner over there, and the last many hours was me in the realm of the undead, talking to the lost spirits, trying to find my soul, kind of shit. I would imagine it's mostly dead. Especially, like, if people are going to be playing an old school RTS that isn't going to be StarCraft, it's probably going to be Age of Empires HD, so
Have you heard?
I would imagine.
That big
where do you
galleon
There
down
you,
at the
here you
water-
go. Oh my gosh, ma'am. What do I have to do to get you to like me? I mean, there are a few people active and playing on the subreddit. Yeah, but they're probably going to kick my ass. Or most people's ass. It's a problem with playing games more than a few months after they came out. Like, try to play Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, it's been a couple of years now, but if you try to play like Rainbow Six Siege right now, you just be completely owned for the longest time. You wouldn't have fun. Just getting steamrolled. Alright. You
associate.
are gonna freaking give me my potion. No. She's not gonna give me her potion.
Yes?
Hello, Master Wizard.
Ugh.
Hello.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to trigger her. I should wait in the Imperial City if that's the wrong one. I have both of those. Here we go. In order to recreate the potion of undeath, I need this. I cannot shake the feeling. I already know. Oh yeah, I know exactly where to find it.
Sorcerer like Janice Hasilda.
I just gotta wait for her to get off her damn butt, right? The game is still updated to this day, at any rate. Well, that's always nice. Sometimes, like, just Blizzard's like, oh, Blizzard, you're getting too big for your britches. Like, you got pretty big with World of Warcraft. And then it's like, oh, yeah, there's Overwatch, and now we're just like, we do whatever we want. We're gonna stop doing old things like Warcraft and stop supporting it. Because they hit their StarCraft and they have like half the damn esports, don't they? Hearthstone. You. Maybe I have to not be here. I'm guessing that's maybe it.
Associate?
What is it? I guess I'm going to... No, I have to pay somebody. Bothiel. Bothiel. I like teleportationizing. Yes, I like to use the teleportation-manizer. Hence why I said it, not teleportation-manizing. Do you not understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, man? Alright, so we're going to go take a quick little jot over to my castle.
What is it, associate?
Nothing. What time is it? 2:44 in the afternoon. Perfect. Sometimes you end up just standing around waiting for days at a time straight. You go like, F it, right? So we'll take a quick peek over to my castle. Ooh. It got very dreary again. It's like, can we go see like the beautiful outside world? And there'll be light, and sun, and grass, and reflection. Nope. It's gonna be dreary as shit. Oh well. Hopefully the person here can actually take me to my house. Not, I guess I'll probably fast travel because I have a fast travel free pass today. For having to redo all the stuff. Aha, you. What can I do for you? I'd like to travel. To Battlehorn Castle. Agreed, let's go. Alright! Ooh, I forgot to clear the cache before she sent me here. Looking good. Alright, looking good. Hi, sir. Goodbye, sir. What did you? I don't know. What did you what? I think you stood there and did a whole lot of nothing. That's what you whatted. Alrighty. So, if I remember, one of the big things I did was go through and check that some of these are safe for storage. Like that. That's North Tower. Well, that's not the dungeon. Where the frick is it? Oh. I know where the dungeon is. Boop. I know why I thought this was the entrance to the dungeon, because it kind of is. I just have to find the secret route. Oh, hello. Or, what's her face? Why are you here? I don't know. That just makes sense. Window door. And sadly, I put a whole bunch of stuff in here. And this is a not safe for storage container. No, not me. Not me, you dang game. Can I not click me? That'd be handy. So we're going to delete that chest because it doesn't work properly. Oddly, this one does. No, it's not safe for storage, but it has stuff that I put in there. It's very odd. All these other ones had stuff I put in there. Don't work. Very sad. That's something I need to fix. I had fixed before, but we've undone the save now, so, you know.
Well met.
Oh, where am I going?
Oh, hello.
Cleon wants to talk at it. Cleon,
Immortality throughout history is within our grasp.
what do you want? What is bothering you, sir? Foolishness, absolute foolishness. What is it? The manner in which you conduct your battles is ill-suited to conditions you face. You lack tact and strategy in your counters. You almost seem desperate to throw away your own life by charging at the hordes when distraction is the better option. And the fights that you can win without unjustified risk you dismiss as being not worth the effort. This is hardly the way for a potential leader to act. I've survived this long. You listen to my words when I speak, but you do not seem to hear. Have you taken to blocking out rational advice when it is offered to you? Consider the concept of a wolf pack, the ultimate predator group in nature. Wolves are smart. They see the need for a single leader, and so they choose to follow an alpha male who is generally the smartest and strongest. Thus, by deferring to the most prominent pack member, the pack as a whole survives. Now, let us face it. Between the two of us, I am by far the superior in terms of intellect, and there can be no question of my battle prowess. I don't know, sir. I'm the guy who's actually, like, whispering in your ear. I made you who you are. We are a team. We work together. I anticipate you will come to regret the decision to reject my offer, but for the meantime, I will let it lie. It is, after all, easy enough for me to simply be wary and ready to flee when one of your naive decisions leads us into a bloodbath. For now, I will continue to follow you, and instead, mock your childish antics from behind. Let us depart. All right. Good. Oh, I'm trying to go into the damn Great Hall. You distracted me.
Greetings to you. Well met.
Oh. We're supposed to go over here and...
I hear you.
Oh, gosh. I think I need to apologize to everybody because I have somebody who has a small bit of a car emergency, and it appears that I need to go rescue them.
Be seeing you.
So
How are things?
will probably... I'm going to pause. No, not pause. I'm going to, I guess, stop the stream and probably be back in about 30 to 40 minutes, depending on how much, if I can actually just help them or if I have to, like, drop them off somewhere and help them get somebody with a car or something, or a tow or something. But, damn. I was thinking I would just sit down and do this straight, just like I did yesterday, but not take as long. Anyways, stream on pause for, we'll say 45 minutes, okay? So 10:30 Mountain Standard, 12:30 Eastern Standard, and whatever time everyone else is at. I'm going to be back. So, I apologize. I mean, I could just say no. I mean, it is totally in my control to be a jerk, but I'm not going to say no and be a jerk, and I'm going to go help my friend, okay? So, y'all take a nice, good 45-minute intermission, and maybe I'll see y'all. If not, you can see the VOD or whatever, and we'll pick up where we were at. So, ta-ta.